the only thing to say is holy schmolies. Ethereum now is pushed up over our resistance. The last one to push us into alt season, folks. 4,170. This is big. This is big. And I'm so honored and so privileged to have so many of you put their faith and trust into what I do here. Who trust in, as I always say, this is for entertainment purposes only. I am not a financial advisor, but I am going to give you my best interpretation of the market. And if it aligns with what you're seeing and adds value to what you need to do, I encourage you to be a part of this community. We have a motto of abundance for all, not abundance for I. We're trying to create abundance for everybody. And sometimes we got to do the late hours. And right now, this is a historical moment here. I used the time earlier to convert some of my stuff. I was able to just, oh man, that's all I can say. You know, we all just need to breathe. I'm going to grab my water real quick. I forgot my water. I was so excited about doing the live, I forgot my water. Like, what the hell? He's already gone? Happens quick. No. But, what we're seeing right now is nothing short of spectacular. I have a feeling, you know, if this continues here, XRP will be getting around that $4 level just, before we know it. It's just, we'll see if Ethereum can officially kick off alt season here. 4,170 was that key level of last resistance. And once you break past that, you're pretty open. You end up pretty open all the way up to 4,863. And then after that, once you clear past that, it's up to these big targets. So, I was trying to decompress. My son fell asleep at 12 o'clock or 12:15. I started playing No Man's Sky. And let's just say that didn't go well because it was going fine. But I started to see the chart start moving. I'm like, holy moly. And then I seen Ethereum break, you know, just how it was doing it. And it hit some volume here. The Asian markets woke up and said, oh my God. But the technical target here off of this big flag that was formed, and it's starting to break out now, is 4,860, or what is it, 4,863 roughly. And that's starting to break out now. But the ultimate target, if we get into alt season for Ethereum, is up at 6,008. Well, it's like 7,000. So, but we don't know if we're gonna get there, if we're gonna get all the way up there. But we do know, you know, it's starting to fire. And one of the cool things about the Telegram, if you're not part of the Telegram, I encourage you to join Tom's Army, and then get the link for the Telegram in the YouTube channel. We had to do it just to put some protocols in place. But the cool thing about this is like on the fly, I can talk to everybody and tell them what I think. And I talked about XYL, which we'll talk about here. It's an IoT token on BITUNIX, and I invested I got a nice amount a little while ago, a little earlier today when we were doing all these consolidations. But I put a thing out at 1:38 p.m. 12 hours ago. I said, signal hit, all aboard, time to load in, but beware of support structures break down to invalidate this thesis. So if they break down, and then I gave the warnings and everything, but I just told everybody, you know, that was a big signal there. If nobody was in the market, like that was the literal signal. That was when Ethereum went back over the shorter targets around 3,993, but then got over 4,000. But that was a big signal. Now, if it breaks through here and holds this 4,170, this is going to be craziness. It's going to be one of those memorable weekends. I mean, Trump is already making my dreams come true because he puts a tariff on forms of gold now. And it's like, how much higher do you want this baby to go, buddy? You know, this is... we have no time frame for XRP to $8. That's not even on our radar. I don't even know where $8 comes from. You got to go to $5.49. Let's take it one step at a time, folks. That's what makes this fun, right? Gotta take it one step at a time. Next is we've got, now that we got on top of 328, we really need to get past 360, 382. But then our technical targets here in this market is 549 and possibly 638. So $8, I don't know. Be excited about what's in front of you, though. Ethereum hasn't been over 4,000 this entire year until now. It's up $184, 4.5%. You see why we like to step in the middle of the night? IOTA's about to break out, and I bought a Shibboleth's about him. I'm telling you guys, when I went back to my core roots, I went back to my core roots. I went to my core roots, and I feel really, really good about it because of what's happening and transpiring. Or like XYO, what did I end up buying of XYO? 463,000 tokens. So yeah, we talked about that in yesteryear, but I cleaned this up, so if you don't see it, I don't own it. And I do have Theta and Filecoin. So I can't, I love all the other stuff, but I can't be clouded on here. I've got to stay focused. And these are the ones that I put the emphasis on for different reasons on this list. And then obviously, you know, my list here with HBAR and ZIL and VeChain, you see how it's back to normal. XDC, which defined, I know you're a fan of XDC with what's going on right now. This could invalidate that lower thesis. This is where I remember I told you to have a laser focus on this area. It hasn't happened yet. But if it gets over 945, I mean, if it gets back in there, just pay attention because this market's shifting. With Ethereum running, there's no guarantee that this is going to play down. This is what I would watch very closely for the whole market. Unless Ethereum's just doing this on its own and then the market goes and kicks us in the ass. But something, you know, at a certain point, the market's going to go. Altcoins are going to go and look at it. Like, right now, IOTA is back over 20.8 cents down. It's some of these are going to get ready to go, and if they do, it's going to be a quick shot here. They're ready. They're loaded up. They're loaded up. IOTA's loaded up to 24.9 right now. You know, in the immediate short term. These big, longer setups are huge, and seeing Ethereum do this is unbelievable. It's unbelievable. And yeah, the altcoins are only up 2-3%, but eventually they're going to catch up, because look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin's up a couple hundred, but it's not up with Ethereum. It's going to help us out here, because it looks like it's going to break past this resistance, that nice bull flag here. If Ethereum or Bitcoin breaks to that 126 area, oh, this is all gravy. With Ethereum moving in Bitcoin, oh my goodness. I want to say hi to some of you who are here this early AM. Man and his dog, welcome in. Thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I Told You So badge. You're welcome, friend. I like AI Bora too. I've been using it as well. I have my ZIL and VeChain on there currently. But I like the interface. It's in the video description below. It's in the pinned comments up with BITUNIX up there. It's also on my homepage on YouTube, but it's an AI integrated exchange, so I'm testing it out. I'm trying. I've been using it myself for a while, but I'm trying to see what the audience thinks about it. I'm testing it out in the sense of, I don't know, it's all one big case study. I've asked for a lot of help with BITUNIX as well. With the people who use it, just let me know. But I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm actually enjoying it as well. I like the interface is a lot like BITUNIX, honestly. I'm glad you're enjoying it though. DET Yelrum, thanks for joining Tom's Army for your first month with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. I greatly, greatly appreciate that. Oops. What does this say? Bitcoin dominance at 60.5%. Yeah, it's almost under 60% now. This is what we need to see. We need to see money starting to flow out of Bitcoin. This is a good sign. This is a very good sign. You might see some altcoins run away faster than XRP too, but remember, XRP's got this massive flag right now. So like, it might be slowly turning the gears, but damn, it's gonna turn these gears eventually here. Especially with Ethereum giving us this catalyst. I mean, this brings us up to that 360 area I was talking about. So That should be our next shot here. Should be up to 360. In all honesty, but that's if Ethereum doesn't have wildness on its hands, because I don't know. That was a wild shot there. I think we can all acknowledge that. That's a wild shot. I hope it just continues. If this continues, it's gonna get crazy. Because if it just goes up to the next layer, that's gonna be 4,800. That's gonna send the altcoins going 15, 20, 40% over this weekend. That's, oh man, I'm all for it. I'm all for it. Good early AM. 1:39 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Saturday, August 9th, 2025. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. And the big news here is that Ethereum has shot up over 4,170 resistance, which is the last resistance holding us in a not alt season, essentially. I mean, the technical signal for alt season was the back test and hold 3,554. Once you got past 4,170, it opened the door to 4,863, which is technically the last micro level that could stop alt season going to 7,000. But a gap from 4,170 to 4,863 to figure that out. Are you shitting me? If we had to go up to 4,863 to figure this out, oh my god, do you know what alts are going to do just trying to figure this out? And the nice thing about this is you can't see it in the weekly, but in the smaller time frames, we absolutely back tested this, which is the best part of this. We've got this all measured out. This could get absolutely wild. I hope it gets wild. We aren't we owed wild here? Like, aren't we just freaking owed wild? We see some of our altcoins are bouncing up, and all of a sudden we see IOTA at 40 cents, which is still so low, and Algo bouncing up to fucking 50. Even though it's so low. But aren't we due for some kind of movement here? I mean, some real fucking some real movement. But anyhow, let me get back to the comments. Because after all, what makes this so special, it's not me, it's all of you. You know, I could look at my screen by myself, but it's no fun. Hey, Tom, did you see that movement out of Ethereum? Why, yes, I did. But it's quite dark behind us. Like, yeah, indeed it is. Indeed it is. Defined Group, welcome in, and thanks for being a very trusted mod in here and a very vital part in the Telegram, as well as a very trusted admin. Also in Times Zone for 3+ months with the XP Meteor. I greatly appreciate that. Dylan Tremblay, welcome in. RTTV, welcome in, and thanks for being in Times Zone for over 1 year with the I Told You So badge. Anthony, Big Dog, welcome in, along with Crypto Plumber. Thank you all three of you for being in Tom Zone for 3+ months with the XRP Meteor. Tyndale, good evening. Advocate Truly, good evening. Tanner the Great, Crypto Bob, good evening. Tom, do you ever sleep? When I sleep well. But I sleep when necessary. After this, I'll sleep. I'll sleep after this. Do I think H-bar will move? Well, I mean, if Ethereum is moving up, H-bar is certainly going to have a big testicular move here. Big move. Like, if these are building these formations, I mean, I feel like they are. Like, I know the micro, we can talk all we want, but I do feel like they're building these, at least these bounces, at least up to resistance. Like, I feel like H-bar is building to move to 36. It's going to be like that all around. I could probably go to every single one of them. Let's see. I love IOTA. I keep foreshadowing IOTA the last few weeks because I know when it makes a move here, everybody's going to go, oh my god. At least he was trying to tell us. But XYO, I am super excited about XYO. We talked about it in the past, and this is what I had drawn up. And I said we were going to have to set it and forget it for a while. Because when I first brought it up earlier in the year, I think it was somewhere, I don't know, somewhere back here. But we built this whole structure up for the future building. And we were trying to figure out how we could get there, but we had to wait for the not stupid, but we had this cup and handle that had to be built. Which, honestly, if this is the handle being built, it's actually, it has to make a big move here at some point. Like, at some point, this is going to have to make a big move. And I figured, I had been slacking on this one, talking about it. But I had an epiphany. I'm like, oh my god, it was listed on BITUNIX, and I'm like, what am I? So I actually would rank this one probably ahead of data in my own personal love. Well, maybe not. I take that back. I can't do that. They're both IoT tokens. I refuse to rank one ahead of the other when I own both of them. I own more of this one, by the way. Unbiasedly, of course. Ooh, that's a nice ascending triangle, it looks like. But you can see there's still room there. There's still room over the top, so it's not like it's just gonna happen. It might not happen, you know, in a big moment for a while, but when it does, it's gonna be one of them. I don't mind that short term, but I probably would go from here. No, I wouldn't. I would do it like this. Nah, that I would not. I would do it like this. Yeah. Yeah, oh yeah. Right there. There you go. There's your micro movements here. So, some people are wondering what the hell kind of token is it? This IoT token, Internet of Things. Very little talked about. There's like 13.9 billion total tokens. 97% are already in circulation. Let's just put it that way. So a micro level is going to be 112, and then if it breaks out of here, then it's got to come up to this resistance eventually. That's up at 1.6. Oh, I can't wait for it to get out of here. But that's like a big cup and handle is starting to form. So eventually it's going to pull it up, and then this is going to end up being like, oh, well, we have the evidence now to see that it was actually... That's deep, though. I mean, that's a forward progression here. Where does that put us here? If it just comes up to the bigger area... I don't know what the price is at. Somewhere around there. Just to come back up there, and what about up here? That would be nice. I'm not saying that's going to happen in 1 day, 1 week, 1 month, 1 year. Who knows? But that's just forward projection. Forward projections are nice because then you can look back at them and be like, oh, wow. It was all about patience. If I would have just set this up, bought it, and didn't care what the price was doing for the next 6, 8 months, you know, then we get to where we're going. I even bought Graph. I know, it's crazy. GRT. I told you, I got heavy into the IoT. Just felt like it was time on certain ones. Let's see. Let's go back to the old trusted audience. Kirsten welcoming morning time finding alive when I'm not sleeping. That's what I like to hear. See? If for anything I came on at 1:30 a.m. my time. Get some of you to be able to watch me in real time. This is awesome. But how often do we get to see this, honestly? How often do we get to see this? This is fucking crazy. I feel like we're spoiled because XRP's already at 332, so like some probably like he's not as excited about XRP. It's not that I'm not as excited, but look at some of this potential with some of the lower ones that are low pricing right now, like Algo and IOTA, and oh yeah, the other page too. Don't have that right now. I have XLR. I don't have Epic, but I want to watch it. I have XRP Healthcare, but I want to watch Epic, so I can beat myself over the head for not buying it when it came to $1.60, whatever, after talking about that drop. And then just watching it and being like, and then forgetting about it. And now being like, I'm not buying it right there. Nope. I'm going to buy even more of IOTA, god darn it. And I did. Lots of IOTA. Lots of IOTA. Trading with J-Ride, welcome in and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 3 years with the XRP Diamond Hands Bad says alt season is here. I hope so. Kind of feels like it. We held that 4,170 like a champ. I mean, if we push up to 4,800, I mean, we're getting in that dicey territory now because the next push up, if Ethereum just keeps moving here and we have like a 10-15% day, these alts are going to explode. It's a thinly traded weekend. This is the best. Oh, man. We haven't seen this in a while on a weekend. John Roberts, welcome in. 1970 Legends, good evening, and thanks for being in Times over 6+1 with the XP Predictor, the defending national champion. You believe football season's already about to start here in college football? Craziness. Cambo Vision, good morning from the Netherlands. Look at that. Excellent. Tree Doctor, welcome in. Scotty Trades, good morning. I don't think XCC looks great at all yet. No, I'm not interested yet. It's on the outside of that, what could be perceived as a rising wedge. I was just telling Define if it gets past a certain area, but I'm not interested in it yet. I don't own it right now. Tyndale, the market is really surging. It's trying. Poppy Lou, thanks for being in town over 3+ months with the XP Media along with Big Dog. Poppy Lou says we all can't sleep. No, we all have the same one brain, right? That's the beauty of this community. We all have one brain. One brain. It's being utilized right now. It's pretty freaking crazy. There's so much stuff I can't keep. Well, I can keep up, but it's so awesome to watch. Like, just watching them all universally. Just waiting for that one to pop off 15-20% because I'm not seeing it yet. Band's like my biggest runner right now at 5.3%. I know Sean Crothers is happy right now. Mira's happy right now with that being at 4.5%. Amp, old Vincenzo's going to be happy. We both have 1 million tokens of Amp. And eventually it's going to run. But how fun is this? I wouldn't rather be anywhere else. Now, of course, we're waiting for it to see if we can actually get over 4,200 and beyond. But this is a stellar move so far. Just stellar. What'd the volume look like after all? Man, that flag's playing out in this cup and handle. I mean, there's this little area starting to play out. But this little... This all the way up to 4,800 if this played out perfectly. 4,863 on this flag that is breaking out. Legitimately breaking out. And the pattern back tested at 3,553, which is huge. Which gives us the target of almost 7,000. Assuming it holds. And right now we're doing everything we need to do to hold. Everything and more. Define's watching XDC. Excellent. Very closely indeed. Quant still telling a story. I don't even have Quant on here. I don't know what happened. That's the outlier or that's the one that I'm supposed to have on here. Must have deleted when I was doing all this stuff between my phone and this. You know, I have a long target set up for Quant. I have these all set up 317 once it gets out of here. Where it's at, that's a huge pattern that it's set up in. But yeah, there's a lot set up here. I'm excited too about the Theta and Filecoin and actually sticking to what I was saying to myself. Like, hey, you're running out of time, dummy. I don't know what chart it was, but I had one set up too that had the all-time. I'm not going to do it now because my brain's fried, as you can imagine. Maybe I will. But I do hope everybody's having a good night. I'm sure you are. I'm sure it's a much better night after Ethereum started doing what it was doing. You're probably sitting there going, oh my fucking God, I was about to go to bed. I was like, all right, I think I'm going to go, I think it's time for me to call it a night. Ethereum said, you know, Tom, take one more look over at the chart real quick. And I'm like, okay, gotta take one more look. Took one more look, I'm like, oh shit. Then I'm like, I'm gonna do a live. No, I'm not gonna do a live. Yeah, I'm gonna do, no. And then I'm like, I'm just gonna do a live. Who cares if it's a 10-minute live? I'm just gonna go on for a minute. Here we are 25 minutes later. Trying to figure out Theta's chart. Actually not. It's not horrible to look at. It's just so undervalued. It's insane. My I used to talk about these numbers in 21 and 2 with Theta. I was like, I thought it was a pipe dream for the most part because it was so highly priced. It's not a pipe dream. In fact, I'm sure with patience, this is going to be another one that, with patience, will come virtue. And fuck me. Just once it breaks out of here, gives you a short target like that. I don't even go anything higher. I mean, look at that. That's a huge friggin' move from where we're at. Jesus. I like moves like this. Obviously, that's breaking out of this pattern. That's 540. And that's before it even starts doing anything. Let me get down to the donations, because obviously you see what time it is, so I'm going to have to get some sleep. I don't want to talk too loud because the kids are asleep, and, you know, I tend to sometimes get a little rambunctious. 1970 Legend, thank you for the $9.99 donation. Also for being in town for 6+ months with the XP Predictor, said, did you have a nightmare of this year's the game? You're going down. You know what's funny? I actually did. I think I talked about it on the air a couple days ago. And I had a dream for some reason that I don't remember if we lost, but something weird happened. Maybe I was having a dream of like the 15 years in a row we lost. It was weird. But I specifically remember getting our asses kicked like over and over in my dream. Like I was in the 7th circle of hell within the dream. No, I remember this. The only thing making this easier is I know at the end of this we win the championship. But a year after that, those cocksuckers are going to win it again. Look at this. Aw, Bitcoin. Hey, look at Bitcoin dominance under 60. Aw. Twiddling its thumb. Hey, look at that. It's on. It doesn't look. Aw. It looks nice with it being under 60, but it always comes back up. Oh man, this is just a weird feeling right now. Hey, it's under 50. Look at that. We're all seeing this together under 60. It makes you feel real good when you got a 5 in front of it. Doesn't it? It brings a smile to your face. This move is no surprise. Full moon today. Long 2 days ago. 12,000 in profits. 30,000 long in Ethereum. Hey, I'm sure you did. I don't advise leverage, but you know, if it's working for you, congratulations. I'm glad that you could share your gains, but I'm sure you wouldn't be coming in here saying, hey, I did X, Y, and Z and I lost X, Y, and Z by leverage trading 30X because 9 times out of 10 it's not going to work out in your favor. I'm sure you would have come here and told us that too, right? Just to be transparent. The Stouffer dude, thank you for being thank you for the $5 donation. I greatly appreciate that. The pay it forward mentality. How about that? Appreciate the after hours. Love being able to check my numbers and thoughts against yours, especially with my take profits on leverage. Absolutely. Absolutely. It's always good to have a plan. Right now our plan is we're watching Ethereum for 4,170, and then if it can hold that in the micro, we can continue on. I mean, so far so good. So far so good. I would like to push that next target over 4,800. That's where the real money's going to be made here. Some money's been made already, obviously, in the last few days. But some bigger money's going to... If it goes up that next layer, some bigger money would be made. There's no doubt about that. But yeah. Tom, there's an app that gives you free XYO by doing surveys or playing games. Interesting. I did not know that. I did not know that. I'll have to look deeper into that. I don't usually... Yeah, even if I read something, I'd be like, nope, not interested. Interesting, though, that you shared that, because that's a trusted source there. Thank you, Rick. I don't know what honey is. The token. Honestly. Yeah, I don't really see anything outside, like doing anything crazy. But we do know in these time frames that we are ready for a move. Like we have these golden crosses that we back tested, we came down, we came back above. These are massive patterns built. They're massive. Got so many of them built like this that are freaking massive. I'm just waiting for them to open the cork. Once they open this freaking cork, it is going to be awesome. But I need to go get some sleep. Otherwise, I'm going to be doing a disservice. It's already 2 o'clock, and obviously my son's special needs, so he'll probably be up in like 3 hours. But I appreciate everybody tuning in. We got to talk a few things, but I do need to go get some sleep. I'd be doing myself a disservice. Drew's going to be like, you got live at 2 a.m.? Yes, I did, Drew. Yes, I did. But watch Ethereum. If it holds this 4,170, it's going to be the next bounce up is 4,800 plus. If we do lose 4,170, I mean, there's micro levels, you know, but I don't want to put the micro levels in. Back below is 3,994. But other than that, we don't really have anything in between. It was a clear shot up. And now if we can clear this, I mean, it's really a clear shot up to 4,863. So be blessed, everybody. Enjoy the moments. Obviously, risk tolerance. Do what you got to do. Make the best decision possible. I'll see you guys in the morning.